All righty. Good evening, everyone. My name is Shadid Drayford. Today, we have the pleasure of talking to one of the veterans from the Maryland Jewels, Miss Simmons. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I hear a little bit of thunderstorm outside, so hopefully the internet connection doesn't just
Right.
crash on me.
See, let us
Uh,
know today.
yeah, I remember talking to Mix Fox, earlier, and she was saying that the heat in Maryland is quite disrespectful.
Definitely. That's it, especially these last couple of days. It's been crazy hot. Crazy hot. I don't even want to go outside. So, this rain, I don't know. It's either heat or rain. So, that's where we at right now.
It's crazy how many folks like during the pandemic they want to go out. Now they had the opportunity to go out, and now they're like, nah, man, that heat though,
It's like,
that
no,
heat.
I think it's different. When you tell me I can't go, I want to go. But then you say I can go, and it's like, well, since I got the choice, I'm just going to stay in.
I heard that. I heard that. So with that being said, where are you from?
Well, I was born in DC, but I'm originally from Lanham, Greenbelt. They all kind of intertwined. So I grew up there. I was in private school all my life until eighth grade, and then I went to Greenbelt Middle, and then I went to Eleanor Roosevelt for high school. Then I went JUCO at Chesapeake College, and then I transferred to University of Mount Olive in North Carolina.
Ah,
So
my father, North Carolina. Did you was you playing ball there?
yeah, I played high school through college, everywhere. So yeah, that high school, I didn't play freshman year, but sophomore through senior year I played, and then college, I played all 4 years.
Nice, nice. Definitely love to hear it. And it says right here that you graduated in 2017.
Right? Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Technically, well, 2018 because I did an extra year after I stopped playing. I did an extra, credits and all that other weird stuff they had. I did some. It was something got mixed up. Transfer. You got to make sure all your credits is right. So I did another extra semester, and then so it kind of led me to 2018, and then I had to wait till that summer. It was a weird setup. Don't ask me. I was just there.
We can just blame the guidance counselors for
You
that because
know
they didn't.
the confusion.
Yeah, they didn't do their jobs pretty well.
Right.
They definitely didn't do their job pretty well. So with that being said, graduate around the 2017-2018 year. What was the next step then?
After that, I was lost. I was lost for a really long time because after basketball stopped, I was like, so now what do I do? I kind of lost it a little bit. Like it didn't feel right. I was like, I don't think they talk about that enough. After you're an athlete and you stop and you're done, like, what do you do? I was so conditioned to practice, work, study hard, practice, game, and it was just like that basically my whole life. So it's like now that I'm done, what do I do? So Shannon reached out. I met her. I forgot how we met. I think it was at one of the games or something. And she said she had a semi-pro team, and it just started from there. I was like, oh yeah, I need something to do. I need to get back because I wasn't quite sure what the next step was. I know I wanted to go pro at some level, but I didn't know how and what to do. I didn't have an agent. I didn't have none of that. So I was like, well, I'm gonna take this opportunity and I'm just gonna work from here and then try to get to that next level. So
Yeah, I forgot exactly what it's called, but that whole stop competing at the
yeah,
highest level and then you just sitting at home like, what am I supposed to do? Like that depression is real.
yeah, legit. Like I was in a bad spot for a while. Like I didn't know because it's like how do you condition yourself to just stop? I'm just stopping, and it's like I wanted to be around the game, and it's like okay, well, what can I get into? Like what's going on? Like how can I get into something? So it was just kind of a blessing in disguise to get this opportunity, just so I can get back in the groove of things. So I'm just glad to be doing something basketball related I was coaching for a while too, in the midst of getting back and working out and all that. So, I just like to be around the game in some aspect. So,
Of course, of course. So, it says right here that you've been a veteran, so that means you've been around the squad,
yeah,
for more than 2 years. So,
yeah, our very first year, I've been around since then. So, I know most everybody now. Some things change. I took a year off when I had my son, and then I came back. COVID and everything happened, so it was like
oh,
a long time, and then now we're starting back up again. So yeah,
oh, wow. Did
yeah,
not did not know that you was also a mom too.
yeah. I get that a lot. Surprise.
I mean, they do say that women do some amazing things,
Yeah,
and motherhood is definitely one of them. And
yeah.
then to get yourself back into shape after having a child, that's not an easy feat
They
either.
don't talk about that either. Like what your body goes through after, and the imagination, like, oh, I want my body to look like this after, and the time you put, like, oh yeah, it's gonna be back by then, and you can't put yourself on a timeline. Like you just gotta, work and let your, body do what it do. Cause that was me. I was like, oh yeah, after I dropped this baby, I'm back, and it took a long time to actually mentally and physically prepare myself to get back here. So, you know, it
Yeah,
so but we back,
yeah, I got a lot of respect for you, because that's definitely not an easy thing. I'm glad that things worked out throughout that process, because I know that's not a joke.
Yeah.
Definitely not a joke. Um,
My dog's just
oh, um, I think you also did something pretty awesome, worthwhile with the Jewels back in 2018. Care to explain what y'all did, within your second year on the team?
well, I think that initial first year going into that second, it was more like we was filling it out. And after that first year, it's kind of like we got to keep progressing and taking the steps, because we all didn't know each other. It was just like a whole bunch of people just coming together. We didn't have chemistry and stuff like that. So it took a minute for us to really know each other's game and kind of like, understand like, okay, I know what she about to do, and understand like, okay, who's going to be where at what time. So it was a process, but it's kind of like ever since that season and then COVID hit, it was like starting all over again. So right now we're just starting all over again. It's like new faces, new people on the team. So it's like we got to gel again, and then do the process all over again.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I see in 2018 that you guys won a 3-on-3 Red Bull national tournament.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that was crazy. I was going into it just, like, okay, we're just going to have fun with it. I wasn't expecting too much. I wasn't, getting my hopes up, but it was a really good experience. It really tested us a lot of games. It was really fun. Like 3-on-3, I think is just like street ball. You just go out and play your game. You don't really think about it. And, you just play. And the group of girls I had around me were really dope. We had a great time. And especially winning was great too.
Oh yeah, winning is always fun. I mean, we just saw, both women, both the full team win the go, as well as the 3-on-3, which
All
just been
right.
introduced. Yeah, just been introduced this year. They also won the goal too. So winning solves a lot of problems.
Yes, it does. With all the mess that goes on, if you win, it kind of, undo some of that.
Well, hopefully, some of our male counterparts up in Brooklyn, New York, can probably figure that out.
All right.
Hopefully, KD with his gold medal can kind of talk some sense to Kyrie Irving and
But
James Harden, and the importance of winning and sticking to
yeah.
basketball, and not doing a whole bunch of foolishness like going
And,
out to the nightclub during the pandemic.
um,
I'm looking at you, Harden. I'm looking at you. What are you doing?
Priority. I don't know what. I just think they get away with a lot because they're superstars. But I'm gonna leave that where it is. They got their fans and their people behind them, but it's not a good look at times.
It's not. I mean, I'm gonna leave that alone too. All I'm just saying is, folks pay a considerable amount of money. They
Right.
want to see the best product. They
Mm-hmm.
don't want to hear folks saying, "Well, he didn't show up because
Yeah.
he was in Toronto because he was partying with Dre during the pandemic."
So he's sitting on this. It's just like some people are like spending their good earned money to be like, okay, giving their kids experiences, and they're not showing up, and it's like, come on now, I just spent. Y'all gonna give my money back or what?
Is exactly. You feel like, hey, like, wait a minute now, like this is not the experience that I was hoping for.
Right. It kind of, dream, kids. This is like for the kids at some point. I can just imagine parents just spending their hard earned money. Yeah, I'm gonna just make this happen. And my son or my daughter been asking for this, and if that was me, I'd have been like, hold on. I wanted to see who I paid to see. So
Exactly, for sure, for sure. Um, with that being said, we know that the NBA season is over. The WNBA is still going on.
yeah.
Is there any favorite teams that you enjoy watching?
Mm, it's hard because I am a true. Well, ever since Maya Moore kind of slid off the grid a little bit, that was
Yeah,
fun. But Skylar Diggins, because we can relate. That was always my girl, even before me. She's at Notre Dame, but I my favorite.
I mean, she was a hooper in Notre Dame. She's still a hooper now. I
Yeah,
mean,
I was like, I look up, just because of her, her leadership and her game, her style. I just always, oh, okay. And then when she went to the next level and still sustain, I was like, yeah, like she getting in her bag. I was like, okay. But yeah, that's top right there. But I like the Aces. I like Asia. I like their little squad. They got a good, especially with Chelsea Gray going there. And, they kind of switched it up on us. So they might be a real contender this year. I'm looking forward to that.
yeah, I think so too. Several of their players actually won the gold medal in the 3-on-3 game. So
So it's giving them some more, ammo, giving them hype a little bit. So it's like, oh, they got some motivation to keep going out strong.
yes, rightfully so. It's definitely gonna be fun to watch because I know Sue Bird, she's still playing.
Yeah.
Donna Triasi, arguably the greatest player in the sport, still going strong. I'm like, dude, like how? Tell me how.
I know. Sue definitely takes care of her body and she stays fit for sure. I was like, okay. I thought she was gonna be done last season. She was like, nope, I'm back again. I was like, I would go until the wheels fall off too. So I understand.
Hey, and they still got a team in Seattle too, which
right.
kind of looking at OKC right now. I'm like, listen, like I've been to Oklahoma, I mean, and I've been to Seattle, so I can say that I can definitely tell you Seattle is a way more prettier city.
Oh, wow.
Like way more pretty. OKC, there's nothing there. I understand why KD left.
That was just another, just nothing there for me.
I mean, like they literally like built a town in the middle of nowhere, and you see a whole bunch of just nothing. Like you see the desert, and you just kind of like, I mean, don't get me wrong, fans are great.
Right.
Fans are great. Fans are very, very passionate. Oklahoma Sooners, they got softball there. Like it's nice, but in terms of just like that entertainment factor, that I want to like, I understand. I understand why KD left. I understand. I'm not mad.
Yeah, you can understand it. Okay.
But I saw what he was working with. I was like, man, like, even Maryland got more personality than this. It don't
have that much. It's pretty simple.
Oh no. Maryland's entertaining sometimes. I mean, that's for sure.
I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. But I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay, I understand. I guess when you've been here so long, it's like, okay you kind of overlook the things that we do have, but we do.
Yeah, I also know on your squad, y'all got some real ones.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I sensed that Maryland swagger from a mile away. I was like, oh boy, like let's not. There's certain players I'm definitely not trying to mess with because
Yeah.
they're gonna let you know.
We got some. Yeah, we got some real dogs. Like they
Oh,
don't.
oh yeah, oh yeah, y'all got some dogs for real. I mean, like I know Brown, like Brown got no problem like locking you up,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
then doing this
Oh,
the whole time. Like you already frustrated that she's guarding you the whole time. And then when she stops, she was like, "Yeah, yeah, boy, you like that? You like?" I'm like,
period.
"Damn, dude, like just poking a bear, like you're poking a bear right now."
Want to get in your head? Once you get in your head, you done. So
Those mind games, whew,
yeah, the game is a lot more mental than people think. So once you out of it mentally, we already won. Like that battle is done. Like once you get in your head, and then you keep turning the ball, it's gonna be continuous. And then her energy gonna feed off, and then we all just, oh yeah, let's go. You know, she's gonna be back at it. But yeah, she's a real dog. It's a couple of dogs, you know. You know, the tough, you know, the tough, you know, that holds it down. Like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I got you, you know, keeping everybody in place. So
I definitely saw in your last game there was definitely some really sweet moves that you did. One of them was you did like a nice little giddy up. And anytime like a player like they kind of raise their feet up a little bit, get that high step, I'm like, oh man, they're gonna do something special. So one of those things I was like, oh, I should get it up, go to the left, and then pass it off to her teammate. The defender was like, oh wait, what? What's going on? 25. And I
yeah,
was like, oh, that's clean. Oh, that was clean.
I have moments, you know, where you know, oh, you gotta just make a play. So you know, just make a play, get somebody open. You know, the rest is taken care of from there. You know, you give them the best option. You know, read, react, do what you do. You know, I just play. I don't really try to think too much about, you know, moves and what I'm about to do. And that's how I used, you know, when I was growing up, you know, you think about, oh, I'm about to come down, I'm gonna do this. And then I turn the ball over. It's like you can't think. You just gotta read and play, let it flow. It took me a while to actually, you know, get that flow and just, you know, play. Get out your head.
You definitely had some nice moments too. I also remember you was hitting a three ball around the I believe either around the corner or kind of like on the right hand side. And when I saw that shot go in, I was like, "Oh, that's fluid. Like
Yeah,
that's like any
yeah,
like when you hit a." I was
yeah.
like, "Oh, like I was like, oh, like that's clean. That's clean." And then I was looking at, I was like, dang, like why she got a better shot than Ben Simmons? I don't.
Family. You know, I ain't gonna let him do that. You know, do that to him. That's family right there. I don't know if I say that or not, but it's like, no, I'm playing. I'm blaming all
I,
the celebrities. You know, yeah, that's my family.
I mean, I'm just saying, like if you call yourself a pro,
Right, that's true.
if you claim you're one of the best of the best, there's a certain things that from a guard position
Right,
that it should be understood. I'm not saying like you gotta go out there and be like Steph Curry shooting
right.
from the half court line behind the half court. Like nobody is teaching their kids, hey, like I'm gonna need you to shoot like 50 shots consistently from
Yeah,
the half court line and make it, or else you're off the team. Like that's not good fundamentals,
yeah,
right?
that's
You
true.
know,
But
but also at the same time, you know, I'm thinking if you're a pro
you should
and
be,
you're a guard,
you
as
know,
well as you dribble with your left hand as well as your right, try to be somewhat good defensively. I know Kemba Walker, he's short, so that's another story. I mean, like, you gotta read the defense a little bit. You kind of gotta get people in the right spots. and you gotta at least shoot the ball now. That's all I'm just
At
saying.
least shoot. I mean, he just doesn't even attempt that or don't even think about it. I'm like, if they're all the way under the rim, almost near, like you gotta let that go, regardless of what happens. Like you just gotta let that go, just to get an idea. Like I don't know if it was a confidence thing or, what I'm thinking it was because he didn't even look to. I'm getting off it, like, but if this point, he should at least adjust it by now. These are like years and years going. It's like at what point do you just get in the lab and get some shots up, get your confidence to that point where you get in the game? It's like, okay, you leaving me open. I'm hitting this mid range.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like folks left you open last game, folks left Rice open, folks left Brown open, folks left Fox open. Y'all had like, oh, I mean, shoot. I mean, if you going to disrespect me like that, then I got no problem
Yeah.
pulling up and hitting it. You learned your lesson. Now you're gonna play me a little bit more
Yeah.
tighter. My man was like literally had an easy dunk. Harris like, oh, okay, buddy. Like, here's the ball. Everybody knew in the arena, folks at home like myself, like, oh, I mean, Ben Simmons really good finishing the ball. This is a no-brainer.
It was that mental that was getting him. Like he didn't want to shoot them free throws.
My man passed the ball. I'm like, what are you doing?
It looked bad.
He can't. Why would he want to foul you in that situation?
Right.
But he knows like, shoot, if I foul him, then I'm gonna get in foul trouble. This is game 7. You gotta go to the free throw line. Like everybody knew what the play was, and he was like, nah, let me just pass it off to a guy who had 2 people on him. I'm like, that's not
facts.
That's not good fundamental basketball right there.
Yeah. We're just gonna hope for the best. Hopefully he's in the gym and wherever he lands. I'm pretty sure he won't end up back in Philly. So
I mean Philly fans, I gotta tell you, like Philly fans
pause. He's not talking to anybody from the organization. He's like, I'm done. It's like I think he probably embarrassed a bit too. It's like they burning jerseys once again. Like once you cross them, it's like it's hard to win them.
That's one thing I learned like very early on when it comes to certain cities. There's certain cities like you really should not cross the fan base.
Right.
Before the Oakland Raiders went to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
You don't really want to cross the Lakers if they see a lack of effort. You definitely don't want to cross the Eagles or the 76ers fans. They're not dumb fans. They're very passionate about their team. They appreciate it when someone is working hard, like Errol Iverson, a.k.a. The Answer from the 757. Like, they always going to appreciate him because, like, hey, like, he's giving us everything that he got.
He kind of paved the way. I wish he would have stayed a little longer in the league. I think he had a lot more to give. He could have really did something for real. It's like
the league was not ready for somebody like him.
That's true. They were not ready at all. He was like, well, y'all ain't going to do that to me. I'm out. I was like, dang.
I mean, it's funny now because folks have absolutely zero problem expressing themselves now. And he's the reason why.
Times have changed. That's true. He did open that door because it was like he was no nonsense. You ain't gonna control me. I'm gonna do what I do. He said, practice.
Like a lot of people kind of look at him like, yo, like you gotta play by the rules. He's like, play by the rules. What are you talking about? Now all of a sudden folks like, oh, like I'm not playing tonight. But I will be posting on IG though. Like they will do that. But I mean, but he was on that.
Social media these days. That's the control factor right now these days. Social media. It's a good platform. It has its pros and cons.
That is very, very true. Yeah, I'm definitely having fun with this interview though. This is fun.
Yeah, I never did one of these like actual media type interaction interview before, so this is cool. I like these. This is nice. We could do more of these.
I feel like it's a good way for people to kind of know more about the team, kind of break their ice, kind of
Yeah,
get y'all integrated within the community, and let
that's
people know what y'all really about. Because y'all got a really good squad.
yeah. Once we actually gel a little bit more, actually get the pieces together, we are gonna be something to look out for real. We getting there. We getting there. It's always a process, you know. You gotta get through the rough, rough part, and then once it comes together, we're gonna be good.
Yeah, I can definitely tell, from a defensive end and from an energy end that, y'all work really well together. Y'all communicate pretty well. And, y'all definitely, are a good group of people, kind of watch. Y'all don't really get too, I would say, disruptive.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
everybody has their moments, but, y'all pretty respectful towards each other. So I really do appreciate that.
We try to keep the positive vibes. We all, it's always gonna be some type of, you know, drop somebody, miss the play, forget about it next play. That's gotta be our mentality. Next play, who cares about you missed a shot? Who cares about you missed the box out? We gotta next play. Don't do it again. It's like more of okay, you messed up, so what? Just don't make the same mistake. That's the process. It is. It's like okay, when you continue to make the same mistake, it's like okay, at what point do we just shift to a okay, tighten up? But I think our team right now is very unique because we have a lot of different parts and it's like we're all trying to fit together. We have a guard. We are heavy guard play. We got a lot of nice guards. We got a couple bigs too that's like you know interchangeable a little bit because they don't have to they can play down low. They can play a little bit of whatever because they got the size, but it's like we're very unique from the other team the first year that I ever played with, so it's cool, meeting new people. It's a little vibe.
Well, I mean, we're definitely coming to an age where positions now are becoming more nameless and more just, hey, I'm a hooper or I'm
Yeah,
a basketball player. But no, I can definitely tell there's definitely, some players on the team that they want to kind of take over at certain time periods, and then other
yeah,
times they're like, oh wait, man, I gotta get the rest of the team involved. So
yeah.
it's definitely a process to say the least.
Yeah, if it's somebody's hot, we feed the hot hand. But once it's like, okay, a couple shots ain't all right. Let's get some other people involved. Let's try somebody else. I think everybody has that moment. They think they ready, like they going. It's just like, okay, it's just them in the rim. I think everybody, gets that little moment. It's like, okay, let's lock back in and get something good here. So we all still learning each other and learning how to approach each other and what works for each other because something that works for me might not work for my other teammates. So we're still learning. We'll eventually get there. We got a game this Friday, so we gonna
Oh
lock.
yeah. Oh yeah, we definitely do have a game this Friday against the DC Cyclones, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A little crosstown rivalry right there.
Yep, tough team, tough team. They've been together for a minute though, so their chemistry is off the chain. They play together. They're aggressive. They got all the pieces. So it's like us. We're gonna have to just play hard, play our game. Literally, it can't be somebody on another page. We all have to be locked in on the same page. If we do that, we give ourselves a great chance. So it's just the little things with us. We beat ourselves most games. So we can just let's down, cut down the turnovers, cut down the miss. Oh, I forgot to drop down. She got a layup off of that type of situation. We'll be good. We just gotta learn how to flow with each other and learn like what our actual identity is on both ends of the floor.
For sure, for sure. But I definitely feel like, with more practice and more games under y'all belt as a team, I definitely feel like this is definitely going to be one of those fun teams to watch that folks probably should look out for.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I see it coming in the near future. It's coming together sooner than we think.
Absolutely. With that being said, is there anything else that you want to share to the audience?
Come support. We are at Athletic Republic for our home games. Come out. We got a game this Friday at 7 at Athletic Republic. Shout out to the Jewels. I appreciate this opportunity. Let's go.
All right, you heard it there, everybody. She's ready to go. I'm ready to go. Shit, 7 o'clock here, about to be about 4 minutes. We're soon about to be within 48 hours of game day, so you best believe I'm going to be there with the camera. It's going to be exciting. So, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be out there for sure.
I appreciate that. Yeah, everybody come out support. It's both local teams. It's going to be a good game. We're going to play hard, you know. You're going to get what you get. We're going to give you all the goods. I know I'm playing, but yeah.
I do appreciate you taking time out of your busy day and having this interview with me.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course. And that being said, we see y'all on Friday. Until next time, everybody.